Hey Festy, I know I've been away for like forever, but please allow me to apologize. I'm back now, I promise. So this is my apology. In Christ alone, my hope is found. He is my light, my strength, my soul. This cornerstone, this solid rock, firm through the fiercest drought and storm. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease. My comforter, my all in all, here in the love of Christ I stand. In Christ alone, oh to confess, fullness of God and helpless pain, this gift of love and righteousness, gone by the ones He came to save, till on that cross as Jesus died, the wrath of God was satisfied. For every sin on Him was laid, here in the death of Christ I live. There in the ground His body lay, light of the world by darkness laid, then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave He rose again, and as He stands in victory, since curse has lost its grip on me, for I am His and He is mine, bought with the precious blood of Christ. I hope you're really going to forgive me. No guilt in life, no fear in death. This is the power of Christ in me. From life's first cry to final breath, Jesus commands my destiny. No power of hell, no scheme of man can ever pluck me from His hand, till He returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I stand. No power of hell, no scheme of man can ever pluck me from His hand, till He returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand, till He returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand. I'm so sorry for being away, but I'm back now. Let's start over.
Your smile lit up like a sunrise glow, touch so soft.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Yeah guys, that was not my best performance. Trust me, I can do better than that. But I don't have time to reshoot and resing and start all over again. I'm sorry. I hope you can take that one. Guys, I forgot our intro. I think Izzy, welcome to Yap Session with, yes, I got it. Welcome to Yap Sessions with Izzy, where we dive into the messy side of life, keep it real, and get unfiltered about whatever's in our minds. Millennial besties, I hope you guys are doing good because I'm doing great. So that was the first segment of me singing, and then this is the second segment, and Kulena, it's not really an episode because we won't be talking about much. I'll just be giving you guys a mini life update. Nothing much has happened in my life. My life is just like, yeah, nothing much has happened since I talked to you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna update you on what has been happening. Number one, you remember I said on my first video that you see, one of the reasons why I don't upload, I stutter. Normally I don't stutter, but the minute I open the camera, I stutter. Wow. As I was saying, the last time, first live update, definitely why I haven't been shooting. The last time the plane was, which is last year, it's been over like 6 months, more than 6 months. So what happened is that I was planning to shoot in bulk so that I just post, because I knew bekusiza with December, and December no one has time. I mean, yes, the minute I get home, I was gonna prepare for the conference, and then we go to my sister's place, and then we go to the conference, and then we come back. It's New Year's Eve and stuff like that. No time to shoot, edit, and upload. So the plan was that I shoot in bulk, and then edit as time goes by, upload and stuff like that. And then on that day I was planning to shoot, my roommate left for the December holiday, and I was like, oh okay, because my roommate just left, and then it means tonight I have to shoot at least 3 episodes. An hour after my roommate left, I heard a knock, someone knocking. She was like, hey. I was like, hey. Like, I'm moving in. I was like, what am I supposed to do with that? Because I didn't think that she means that she's moving in with me. I don't know what she meant, but I was like, whatever you're trying to say, I don't think you're supposed to be telling it to be like to get happy. And she was like, I'm moving in. I'm like, I don't think I follow her. Like, no, I'm moving in your room. I'm gonna be your new roommate. I was like, and fast forward, sorry, my battery's low. Fast forward, she ended up moving in with me, and because we didn't know each other, I couldn't like. And at the time, we didn't have classes, and she had nowhere to go to. She was always in the room. I was always in the room, so I couldn't shoot in front of her. And then yeah, and then after that, it was December conference. Conference event after event, and then we came back, my sister's 21st birthday, and then it was New Year's Eve, and then yeah, it was then back to school. And then I don't really have an excuse for not studying now. Okay, I'm sorry, but second life update. I'm no longer, hey guys, I'm growing. I'm no longer a teenager anymore. And I actually wanted I wanted the second episode to be about because I'm 20, I wanted to do like 20 life lessons that I've learned in that period of time, my 20 years of living. Oh my goodness, I'm so old. The lessons, things that I've learned along the way, things that I have to unlearn, and everything in between. I wanted to do that, but I guess I'll do that next episode after this one. And then third life update is that, guys, I think my life this year is unfolding in a way that I didn't see coming. I knew I was into poet, but not this much. There's a lot of things that I'm discovering about myself this year. There are a lot of things, yeah, that I'm discovering about myself. A lot of things that happen. I'm like, what? I didn't see this coming. For an example, as I've said, I was into poets, but not that much. And another thing, that I'm into like creative thing. Obviously, poet creative, but I don't know that I am into like storytelling type of creativity and short film making and stuff like that until this year when I started making vlogs. I knew the thing is that if you go to my Instagram account, you'll see quite a few number of vlogs. And my thing is I want to be a vlogger, but the thing is I do not want, how can I put it, and as much as I want to be a vlogger, but I don't want to make the vlog about me. I don't want to be the center of the attention. To get my point? And I really found it hard to be a Christian vlogger because and the other I don't like showing myself and going to the bathroom to shower and all that. And also I'm thinking, oh, I think I'm an overthinker because I'm thinking I don't want to show my room on social media, which I already did, but I don't want to show my room because I'm like, oh, would I allow you guys in person to come into my bedroom? Would I allow you guys, both males and females, into the bathroom when I'm going into the bathroom? Then if the answer is no, then why am I taking the camera with me? Because when I'm doing that, I'm basically inviting you. I'm basically taking you into the private rooms that you're not supposed to enter there with me, that I'm supposed to be alone. So I was like, I don't know what to vlog. I want to be a vlogger. I don't know what to vlog. I don't know how to go about it. But this other day, if you could search me, go Instagram, you're gonna see about I first vlog. I didn't talk much about the day. I was just like I woke up craving for a closer walk with Jesus. It couldn't go by just a closer walk with you. I woke up craving for a closer walk with Jesus, hence I played that song and stuff like that. That was me trying to redirect the attention from what I'm doing, because I was in my night dress making my bed, something that I don't want to do. Number two, what was I saying? Oh, talking about the vlog thing. And then after that, I slowly discovered, well, actually I don't really have to show my bed. I don't really have to, like, the second one, I can be cooking, I can be going to the mall, I can be going to hike or do an outdoor activity or whatever. I don't really have to take you guys into my personal space. Yeah. And then, but also I still didn't want to be the center of the attention. I didn't want to make the vlog about me. So I was like, okay, instead of doing a voiceover and telling you guys what's happening into the vlog, how about I do a voiceover, and then in the voiceover it's not going to be anything that is related to what's happening in the vlog, but it will rather be about everything or anything that I'm learning in that current phase of my life, or anything that I'm learning that week, or something that I've learned that week, and then I'm gonna make a voiceover about it. Or since I'm also a poem writer, I could literally write a poem and do a voiceover about it, and then like that I'm vlogging, but you're not paying much attention into my vlogging. You're listening to what I'm saying. To get my point. So smart, so smart. And I'm not the center of the attention, which is what I like. So yeah, that's my life update. I'm discovering that about myself, and the scary thing is that now, it started as not wanting to be the center of attention, and then I used Christian songs, so that you won't focus much on me. But then I still discovered but that is not working, and then I did voiceovers, and then my voiceovers were intentional, something I've learned, a poem I wrote or whatever. Now I'm thinking of stopping vlogging and be creative. Yo guys, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for my lack of execution, I would be far. Because I'm thinking now I really want to do some shorts. Like I want to shoot so bad. Second semester, there is something that I want to cook, but it's like a short content, yeah, well, reels and stuff like that. I wanna tap into that. But I'll need for this specific video, I will need a few people, and I don't have friends, but I have a brother and my roommate, and I can work with them. But obviously they're not gonna know. Okay, yes, they're gonna be part of the video, but they're not really gonna know. I'm gonna tell them after, because yeah, I'm planning. Okay, let me not spill the tea. I guess you guys will see that in the second semester. So yeah guys, I'm into creativity. Yo guys, I wanna create a lot of things. I have a lot of ideas. Yeah, but that's another life update of the things I'm discovering about myself. And another thing that I've discovered, is it a life update? I guess another thing I'm discovering about myself is that I discovered this late last year, that I'm a people pleaser. I discovered it late last year that I am a people pleaser. I lack boundaries. Also the thing, I'm an overcompensator. I think my people pleasing comes from overcompensating, and overcompensating comes from me wanting to validate my feelings that were invalidated by other people, and then by that I overcompensate, and then I turn into a people pleaser, and then I lack boundaries. Yeah, I just discovered all of that in total today. And something happened. I'm not sure if I should tell you guys, but yeah, something happened. This thing that happened is something that normally happens, but normally I react to that situation as a people pleaser. Now that I'm aware that I'm a people pleaser, I'm people pleasing when I'm doing A, B, and C. I'm not being nice. No. I am people pleasing. I'm crossing my boundaries. I'm doing something that I'm not supposed to do, and I'm not really like doing from the bottom of my heart and stuff like that. So today I was in a situation where previously, if they were in that situation, they were gonna be happy to be in that situation. Yeah, but me now, I wish I could get into detail, but I don't think I'm ready to talk about it. Yeah. And another life update. Oh guys, do you guys know that I got baptized? Wait, but that's not something new, because when I started this YouTube channel I was already baptized. So I got baptized at the last year, 25th of January 2025. Yeah, 25th of January 2025. So I have 1 year and a few months the baptism. And my relationship with God, guys, story time. My relationship with God was like it was, I think I should do a story time. Okay, this is when we're talking about my relationship with God. So I never had a relationship. We're going back from when I was a kid. I never had a personal relationship with God. I don't think that that is a personal relationship with God, but that's a story for another day. So I grew up in a very strict household. toast. What's that? I grew up in a very strict home, a very strict house, very strict parents, grandparent and grandparent. Guys, what's going on with me? What's wrong with me? Yeah, but I grew up in a ekaya. Everyone I lived with was a Seventh-day Adventist. We all went, not really the same church, but we're all Seventh-day Adventist. We all didn't do A, B, and C and stuff like that. So I grew up in that kind of a setting. Every morning we're praying, evening we're praying. My mom, every chance she gets, she tells us Bible stories every time she gets, without a fail. And I'm a kid, I didn't know anything. I was just like, oh yes, and stuff like that. Oh, I love Jesus, stuff like that. But I didn't understand that there's a deeper, it's more than that. And then I used to, you know, as well, go to school, and at school, I was, me, in fact, all of us at home, at school, we were very different from other kids because we didn't wear pants, didn't eat meat, we didn't do the fake hair, we didn't do makeup and all that thing. But at school, to kids from school, it was weird that we didn't do that. And to me, it was weird that they were doing what I was not doing. Because remember, at home, we're doing the same thing, we are not doing the same, doing the same thing, we're not doing the same thing. So to me, it's normal, it's life. Not wearing pants as a lady, it's what we all doing at home. So when I get to school and people are like, why are you not wearing pants? I'm like, bro, why are you wearing a pant? We do it and stuff like that. So it was, I didn't see anything weird or about us, or about our religion, or about how we tackled faith. But I was not a Christian, because there are some things no. I was never a Christian. Yes, I would stand up for myself as a Christian at school, but I was not a Christian. I didn't understand why we were doing certain things, why we're not allowed to do certain things, and I didn't even care. I was just living, man. And God saw, wow, this kid is just living life, yeah, bro. And I was just unbothered with. And then I went to high school. I made some bad decisions, but I think I stopped making bad decisions in grade 10. I think grade 11. I stopped in grade 11, and not because it might have, yes, I can say it's God, but because but it was never a thing of I'm stopping ukwenza bad decisions because I want to get to know God. It was not that case. I was just like, it didn't make sense to me to keep on making such decisions, like until when and stuff like that. It didn't make sense to me, so I was like, no, and doesn't get me. And then grade 12, oh guys, I stood for my faith. One thing about me, I stood for my faith. As much as I didn't have a personal relationship with God, I stood for my faith. At school, I fought for my faith. And yeah, grade 12, that's when I started learning about God. I can't say I started having a relationship with God, because being a queen, but I was praying. I started praying for myself. Not that I wasn't praying, but it was more like kind of intentional than before. Excuse me. And then oh, another thing I've learned when I was doing grade 12 was that everything happens for a reason. I don't know, man. God, during the entire year, there's no other lesson that God was teaching me except for the lesson 80. Everything happens for a reason. And I feel like that happened for a reason too. Like my sister, the only lessons I was getting from her were everything happens for a reason. At church, the only thing I was hearing is everything happens for a reason. When I read some Bible stories, the only thing I could see 2023 is that everything happens for a reason, and everything works together for our good, as long as we trust God, as long as we love Him, and as long as He loves us, you know. So that is what God was teaching me 2023. And then 2024 January, we are preparing for 2024 I was supposed to go to varsity, and then I remember I ended up not going. Oh yeah, I ended up not going. No varsity accepted me. I applied AUG. AUG, they said I'm on a waiting list. They're gonna get back to me, and then they got back to me. They're like, no, it's full. And then a 40, I literally been short down. I literally been short down like literally 1% for me to meet the requirements, because I didn't have that 1%, I didn't meet the requirements. And then yeah, I wanted to do education, so I didn't meet the requirements, so 40 was out. And then there was the Ewusu. My sister also applied for me Ewusu for education. And then guess what? I got this news. Ewusu accepted me 2024. Oh my goodness. I was like, God, you are so good. You are so faithful. I posted that on my status. My brother commented. I was like, what's your feminist? I was like, yeah. And then he was like, I'm so proud of you and stuff like that. My nieces texted me. Hey, we were so excited. My sister called me in excitement. It was like, girl, go and wash your clothes. You are going. And I was so excited. I couldn't thank God enough. Words really couldn't. Words failed me. And yeah. And then when my got her, yes, you are offered a place, but if you do not accept the offer and register as soon as possible, your space will be taken by someone else. And then when my sister tried to register, I'm not sure if there were network issues or what, but it didn't want to. So my sister was like, it's not a big deal, we're gonna try tomorrow. And then when she tried again tomorrow, the following day, there was no space nowhere to be found. And yeah, I ended up taking a gap year. That day I went to the toilet, locked myself, cried for a good hour. I cried so much, but the thing is, I don't want my family to hear that I'm crying. So yo guys, trying to make sure that no one sees or notices that it's down. So I was really crying, trying to hold myself. I'm like, Lord, what do you want me to do? Like, what's happening? And you know what my prayer was like, Lord, I cannot take a gap year, because last year when I was doing grade 12, we had the Saturday classes, and I didn't attend Saturday classes because of church. And then when I was praying, I was like, God, I stood for you when I was doing grade 12. I didn't attend. People were mocking me. I stood for you. How could you betray me like that? And also people are gonna see that you do not exist, because how can I keep your commandments and then you do me dirty? Do you get my point? That was my prayer to God. God was like, no, not your will, but my will. Guys, I cried for a good hour in the toilet. I was like, wow, I didn't see this coming. I'm already exhausted. But I cried for a good hour, and then God reminded me of every single lesson he taught me about everything happening for a reason the previous year. So I started to realize, man, God was equipping me last year for this. And then I was like, everything happens for a reason. God allowed me to take a gap year for a reason, because there's no way I could be accepted in university. And I took that as God showing me that it's not about me not meeting the requirements. My gap year is not about me not meeting the requirements. I met the requirements to some universities. It's just that I cannot go now. And I didn't understand why I couldn't go now then, but what I understood and what consoled me is that I trust God. God wants the best for me. Everything happens for a reason. I wiped my tears, went on no life as per usual, and I don't remember crying again. That was the first and last time of me crying because of a gap year. I started having a grateful heart to God for something I don't even know. I was like, Lord, I trust you with my life. Oh, that's when my personal relationship with God started. Gap year 2024. And everything happens for a reason, my nyan, because I do not think I would have the chance to have a personal relationship with God if I went straight from high school to varsity. It wasn't gonna happen. So I'm really grateful for that gap year. That gap year, guys, that was my first time understanding what Christianity is, what Christianity is all about, what religion and faith is all about, and how it feels and what it means to have a personal relationship with God. And then I started getting closer to God because I didn't really have anything to do. I did go to upgrade some 2 subjects because my sisters were like, no, you're not gonna sit and do nothing, you better go and upgrade some. So I did that, and then other than that, I had nothing else to do. I spent time reading. I spent time reading, praying. I do not know how many times I fasted that year. Mind you, I was not fasting for school. I was fasting for my personal growth, my spiritual growth. I even remember I fasted with my friend beginning of the year. We were asking for wisdom, and I don't want to lie. That was the only year that I was the wisest human being. Even at church, that was when I started like having comments and views and opinions on and enjoying the Bible studies, and the Bible studies actually making sense, because normally when it's Bible study time, for me it was sleep time. For me, I knew I was gonna be bored. But that year, everything was so interesting. Everything made sense. Man, God just made sense. He literally just made sense. And then yeah, I did my level best to be who he wants me to be. I tried, guys. Oh, that was the best year of my life. And then the following year, oh, December of that year, we fasted again with my friends. And then the following year, oh, on December, my friend said, okay, normally when I fast with my friend, it's just the two of us. And then how we do is that when we're fasting, we set times for prayer, and then we write things. We discuss about the things that we want to fast for or about. For an example, if you want to, let's say, I don't want materialistic things. For an example, if you want to eat healthy, you can say that we are fasting to ask God to give me strength and don't so that I can eat healthy and stuff like that. So we discuss about what we were fasting about or fasting for before the fasting day. So this day, it's me, my friend Gift, and my other friend from another country, and it was the three of us. And then we fasted, and oh, before the day of fasting, we were discussing. I told them what I would like to fast about, like us to pray for, and the other friend told us what he would want us to pray for. And then when it was my first time, she said, Ufuna, she's asking faith from God. She wants us to help her to pray to God so that God can give her the ability to have faith in God. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but yeah. And to me, I was like, girl, you're asking faith from God. God is the one who's expecting you to have faith in him. How does he then give you faith in? It just didn't make sense to me. But girl, you pray for faith. What do you mean? But nonetheless, we prayed, we fasted. As much as I didn't understand, we prayed, we fasted. After that, yeah, we closed the fasting, had a conversation about the year, the fasting, blah blah blah. Yeah. And then the following year, that's when I realized, Lord, oh, the following year, because it was either I'm gonna go to university or I'm gonna take another gap year, and I had to have faith in God, and I lacked faith. And then I was like, Lord, now I understand why my friend prayed for faith. I'm gonna pray for faith. I don't have faith in you. I do not trust you that there's a verse that says, we should ask things in God, having faith that they are already done and they will be done. And I like that. I would pray for things to God and still doubt God. And then that's when in January 2025, that's when I understand that you actually have to pray for faith. So I was like, I prayed for faith. I was like, Lord, I even fasted. Guys, hey, 2024, beginning of 2025, I don't know how many times I fasted. I don't know, and I enjoyed fasting, and my family couldn't tell that I was fasting. I miss those days, yo. And then this other day I was like, okay, I do not trust that God is gonna make me to be accepted in university, and I need that faith right now. So I was like, the best option is for me to fast, do like my friend did, fast, ask God to give me faith, tell him that I do not trust him. Can he please help me so I can trust him? I did exactly that. I was like, Lord, I'm praying for faith. Entire day I didn't eat. I was reading about faith, reading about trusting God, and reading about God's promises and how they work and stuff like that. I'm telling you now about them after the night of the fasting, after I closed the fast. I took my diary, I still have it. I took this diary and I took this diary and I was like, Lord, I have faith in you that this year I prayed that I'm going to varsity, and I'm gonna go to varsity. I know I'm accepted and I don't know which varsity, but I know I'm going, and I know I'll be funded by NSFAS. And God said, I need you to act KCC. I've given you faith, now act like you have it. My first step of acting like God has already answered my prayer was taking my diary and writing things that I'll need for varsity. And I literally wrote here, I'm not sure if you guys are gonna see here, I wrote things I'm gonna need for university. I wrote kitchen appliances, room stuff, stationery, clothes, toiletries, and groceries. And then I went on and budgeted. I can't say that. I went on and wrote the budget for the NSFAS money. I went to Google and Googled how much we're gonna get per month from NSFAS, and I wrote how I'm gonna spend that money. I wrote the budget down, and then I did not end there. I wrote this same night. I wrote this. I forgot Christian not to do list in university, because I knew that I'm going, because I prayed about it, I fasted about it. So God said that if you pray about something, having faith that you answered, it's already yours. So the only thing that makes is that I'm going to varsity. So I wrote all those things down. And I read this one. I said, Christian not to do list in university, meaning things that I'm not supposed to do in university as a Christian. Number one was to be friends with the world. I'm not supposed to be friends with the world when I go to varsity. That's what I wrote. I'm not supposed to go in public with plaited hair, because I didn't do that previous year. So why now? It's like I didn't want to do that. Wearing short dresses and pants, which is hiding my religion, deny God in public and in private. I didn't want to do that. Painting my nails or doing makeup, pretending to be someone that I'm not for the sake of having friends or wanting to fit in. Sleeping and waking up late on the Sabbath. Another thing I said I don't want to do as a Christian university is to date or be in a relationship or be in love, because I knew there's no one from my church here in this varsity, and I'm quite yoked, and I'm not here for that. Another thing that I said I'm not going to do in varsity is to have sex not to have sex before marriage. And I'm really proud. I don't want to say I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of Christ and how he has kept me, because I'm not friends with the world. I don't even have friends. I'm not friends with the world. I never went to in public with plaited hair. I've never wore short dresses and pants here in varsity. My parents are not here. No one can. I can literally do anything, but I haven't done those. I do not hide my religion. No, I do not deny God in public. No, I never painted my nails. I never did makeup. I never have I ever pretended to be someone that I'm not? I don't think so. Sleeping and waking up late on Sabbath, I think that's the only one I broke. But I never slept until late in Sabbath. I just didn't make, I didn't break it. And then the other one, the only time I slept, I remember the only time I slept and woke up late in Sabbath, I had period pains and I wasn't gonna go to church. And then another one is to date or be in a relationship or be in love. I haven't dated ever since this said I've never been in a relationship or in love. Because of that, I've never had sex before marriage. So I'm proud of myself. And then I even wrote a to-do list, Christian to-do list in university. Never mind. Pray at least 3 times a day. Did I do that? No. Read Sabbath school lesson as I normally do at home. I do that. Read the Bible or Sister Ellen G. White's books every day. Well, not every day, but at least a week. I don't think a week does end without me reading at least one of the two. Rest on the Sabbath day every day from Friday sunset to Saturday sunset. I still keep the Sabbath holy. Yeah, and yeah, that's what I wrote. And then after that we went, I think after I flew, oh guys, you know, this is another reason why I don't really like upload any episodes, because guys, andiyazi, I cannot talk about a single thing. Like the tita up and tita pa, talk about this and talk about that and talk about that is not related to this. I end up going off topic, you know. So can we please go back to 2024 gap year? Why I lost my train of thoughts, girl. Okay, so I was saying, yo, I forgot why we're going back to 2024. I forgot. Let me stop now. So that's basically my life update. I know it's not that juicy, but I'm saving other things to say for the episodes, the following episodes. So yeah, guys, that's it. I'm discovering a lot about myself, relationship with God, school, career, talents, creativity, and all that. My mistakes, everything bad and good about myself I'm learning, and I'm gonna share that with you guys on the following episodes. Yeah, one of the reasons why I contemplate on shooting is because one thing about me, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but one thing about me, I will say one thing, and then as I'm saying something, something I thought that is provoking to me or interesting comes up in my mind, and then I talk about it, and then as I talk about it, one thing leads to another topic, and then now I end up being off topic. I think I mentioned this. That's another thing I don't like about myself, but you guys are gonna bear with me. I'm gonna learn as I go. I'm gonna adapt. I'm gonna change as I go. Practice makes perfect. I won't be perfect if I don't pick up the camera and practice to speak and articulate myself. And yeah, I have to do practice so that I can become better, and you are staying here with me to watch all that. Love you guys. Bye.